you know, this is a big topic. Everywhere, medicinal plants are very importantly used. Either we are talking about human health, we are talking about plant health, and we are talking about animal health. So altogether, medicinal plants are used for treating variety of diseases. And the purpose is during late 90s, the discovery of phytochemicals which are present in the plants. And we know that traditionally, when man opened his eyes in the universe, at that time, plants were found the only natural pharmacies which acted to mitigate the disease issues. So if we talk about the overall about plant diseases, it is reported that 20 to 40% yield losses are because of the plant diseases. And from that, globally, it has been established that these are causing losses of the estimated about 2020 to 2090 billions US dollar annually. The fungal pathogens alone account for nearly 60 billion US dollar in crop losses each year. And South Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa means we are talking about the arid environment that is mostly suffering due to limited resources of disease diagnostics, then resistant varieties as well as effective control strategies. So plant diseases affect 70% of farmers in developing countries. Rural employment, reducing labor opportunities, farming, then harvesting, processing, and distribution are because of the prevalence diseases. Household of food security with reduced availability of a staple food like various cereal crops, and then high cash crops in the form of fruits, vegetables, and spices. These are also suffering because of the presence of these fungal pathogens. Pandemics such as wheat rust, citrus greening, and lead blight have led to decrease in caloric supply and spike in food price globally. Coming on the effect that is affecting our export. So normally these are responsible for banning on our export, and there is a restriction of market in the developed world. And these are also increasing quarantine inspections, fumigation, and certification cost. These are also responsible for lowering competitiveness of the agriculture sector. And the developed world like US and Europe, normally these demand disease-free produce, making it essential for exporting nation to invest the plant disease surveillance and their mitigating measures. So there is a paradigm shift from synthetic to botanicals, because now it is very established fact that these are synthetic drugs are actually responsible for harming our environment, and they are also causing the pathogenicity, resistance in the different strain, and then causing environment pollution, and these are sometimes non-degradable in various means. Especially they are harming to our different environment friendly insects, then various kinds of bees, like for instance, if we are talking about honeybee, you are very much evident that in older days there were plentiful honeybees found in wild farm, and now they are declining because of the pesticide and fungicide use. So what is the solution? Again, botanical fungicides and phyto antimicrobial is need of the hours. And why we are using these plants? Because they are rich in in plant chemicals or phytochemicals, and there are range of different chemicals. There are different kind of chemicals which are acting in different ways for mitigating, for even controlling these diseases. And they are also biodegradable, and they are less cause of the resistance. Often they are having multi-target. If you talk about neem, for instance, in earlier talks we have heard that these are used against even nematodes, against the control of various insects, harmful insects, as well as different kind of diseases. So they are multi-target in nature, and they don't have any kind of resistance caused in different strains. So importance, we are already very well known that they are source of antimicrobials. Then they have antifungal compounds. They are biodegradable, eco-friendly. They support organic agriculture and reduce chemical residues. And also they promote biodiversity and soil health. So how these are working? So there are variety of compounds present in the plants, like they have alkaloids, terpenoids, flavonoids. Especially when we talk about alkaloids, they are having antimicrobial in nature. When we talk about terpenoids, they are deterring, they have defensive mechanism against even disease, against insects. So because of terpenes are actually volatile oils, they have aromatic compounds, and these aromatic compounds are responsible to deter against the insects, against the even pathogens. And flavonoids and phenolics, these are two compounds which are responsible for antioxidant activity. When we talk about antioxidant activity, they are increasing immunity, or having a you can say a shield against these diseases. They increase immunity. They produce defending mechanism in plants. And then what is the other group? That is plant defense response. Primarily, these are crops' own immune system enhancing capability. And then they have antifungal, antibacterial properties which inhibit the spore germination and mycelial growth of various pathogens. And they have also antiviral activity. One of my experiment when I was working as a seed certification officer, and Dr. Bhutta Saab is there, I worked in that department for about 6 years in that department. So during my early days experimentation, I worked on antiviral activity against leaf curl virus, and 2 years data reported that antiviral activity from our native desert species, they got a very good result. It's still we are working on such kind of interventions. So alkaloids, terpenes, flavonoids, saponins, and phenolics, these are major responsible group of compounds which are present in variety of species. Although we believe that in all species, one or the other way, these compounds are present. In our first opening talk, that was done on the activity on Amaranthus viridis as well as Sorghum helipens. So if you look at the composition of these phytochemicals present in these two species, so almost all kind of phytochemicals are present, but their proportions are different, and the mechanism of using of these compounds are different. So one by one, if we go to the activity of such compounds, so alkaloids mostly disrupt the microbial cell wall. When it will be disrupt, definitely there will be penetration of these compounds into the cell wall, and there will be again bactericidal activity can be enhanced. Then terpenoids, these are known as aromatic compounds. So aromatic compounds are present almost in all spices what we have in our kitchen. These all are reported having highly fungicidal activity. Like we have clove in our home, we have cinnamon in our home, we have cardamom in our home, and even black pepper. So all these species, they are rich in volatile compounds or terpenes. And one of my favorite plant, hemp, bhang जिसको हम कहते हैं, and I am also director of hemp project. So मैं जब जहाँ पे भी जाता हूँ डॉक्टर साहब, हम अपने भंग को तो जरूर पॉपुलराइज करते हैं. And on the first screen you may have seen the logo of my company, Himalaya Hemp and Health. So far we have developed almost 20 products, and we are testing all these products not only for human, but also we are testifying the pesticide and weedicide and even fungicide based from hemp. Then we are also working for livestock health. So R&D is going on the way. So flavonoids, they are acting as an antioxidant. And then saponins, so saponification. So you are looking at your soap which is present in your home. So soap is actually got an idea from the soap nut. We have a soap nut जिसको हम रीठा कहते हैं, Sapindus mucosoi. So that is rich in saponin, and again sometime during formation of our weedicide or pesticide or even fungicide, normally we use soap nut for making a mixture of the formulation. So what it acts, it interfere with the pathogen metabolism. And then phenolics, they protect plants against oxidative stress. Inhibit the mitochondrial function of the fungal cell. Then solanine is present in all species of solanum. आप कोई solanum की कोई example दे सकेगा student? So what it acts, it is effective against Phytophthora infestans and then Botrytis cinerea, and that disrupt overall fungal membrane sterol. Then nicotiana or Nicotiana tabacum, जिसको हम तंबाकू भी कहते हैं, so that is present in that species, and it is effective against soil fungi including Pythium and Rhizoctonia. The second group is terpenoids that inhibit the fungal growth and spore germination, and there are variety of species which are used for making certain fungicide, including clove, thyme, eucalyptus, neem oil. So all aromatic species. अब सवाल ये पैदा होता है इसमें यहाँ पर कि जितने भी aromatic species हैं उनको use करके we can utilize them for making certain these products. And neem is very famous from early days. It has been reported, and even locally before exploring the scientific world, local native people, they were using these plants, and based on this ethnobotanical knowledge, or you can say traditional knowledge, we experimented and we got the same results as they have. So these are used in nano emulsion. Now nanotechnology is very important nowadays. We are making certain plant based nanoparticles, and nanoparticles are known as the carrier which carries such kind of important compounds for triggering the activity. Then thymol and then caravacrol. Thymol is from the thymus. Thymus, we have native species of Thymus linearis, although Thymus vulgaris is mostly cultivated and present in different countries. So these are found effective in these kind of various fungi. And this group is widely researched for post-harvest fungal growth. Then limonene from the citrus peel. Citrus peel is also utilized for this purpose. And eugenol from clove, जिसको हम long भी कहते हैं, that is also reported. Okay, then the third one is flavonoids and quercetin, camphorol, catechin. These are present in different species, and these are utilized for making different products. And these are four major aromatic compounds are terpenes present in farmers and consumers, and they don't have high risk. They have very low risk of resistance due to complex mixture of compounds, and these compounds are acting synergistically, and that's why they can have the alleviating property, and then they are somewhat cost effective for local production because these are available in our country, in our home, so we can utilize them very easily. And the big challenges is standardization. So there is a lack of standardization and dose dependent activity. We don't know at which dose it can easily be active in nature. And their shelf life, like botanical extracts, can easily degrade, and they can faster than the synthetic means. So this is again big challenge to work to think on that line, that what we can do. And then they have slow action, may not be as rapid as chemical option because of the presence of variety of phytochemicals in plants. So if we target the compound responsible, then we can have the faster action. And there is a limited commercial availability and regulation. So what is the roadmap for this purpose? Need further research and integration. Like we need identification, isolation, and synthesis of various these phytochemicals and compounds. Then formulation science, definitely we need the formulation in a way that that can have effective means. Developing stable, slow releasing, and effective commercial products. So again, this is the area that we can work for the nanotechnology for that purpose. Like these are used in very little quantity, and they are targeting the specifically. Then integrated disease management practices, that is important. Using botanicals as a key component of integrated disease management, not a stand-alone replacement. And policy and capacity building, creating supporting regulation and training to farmers. So what is the conclusion or way forward, our take-home message? Like medicinal plants offer a potent, sustainable,